Place you come?
Yep.
Sweet. I promise that will be mildly entertaining.
Snowy, I'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just eat it, it's an ice cream cone.
I'm already starting to stream in. I already made a head start. Hi.
Aaron, are you moderating or am I?
Oh, up to you. If you want to start first, if you want me to start first, doesn't really matter.
I thought he was going to start first and then.
I'm a take control kind of person. I just didn't want to step on the locals' toes. Hey, it's 2 o'clock.
Woo!
All right, welcome to the mashup panel. It started out with, I'm going to tell you all about how to get a fursuit and stuff, but then we got together with the local furries around this area here, and then so it's kind of like a getting to know you kind of a panel where we can talk about a little bit about ourselves, what we do, why we do it. Then if y'all got feedback, questions, if you want to hurl things at us, we can do that as well. So starting out, my name is Eric Stevens, and I'm from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, and the con invited me out here this weekend, and I said, heck yeah, let's go to Minot. I make fursuits. I made Aaron's right there a few years ago. The Fox Wave or something.
Oh.
There you go.
Yep.
I've been doing this as my full-time job for 9 years. I've got 340 suits in 16 different countries all over the world. So basically downstairs in the vendor area, I'm sitting in a booth and I bought a foamed up tiger head and I'm slowly going to be covering up in fur throughout the weekend. And so do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first.
You go first.
My name is Aaron. My Pelonza's name is Yoshi. I've been in the furry fandom for at least 12 years, and this one day just founded looking up artworks, and I just kind of just found my way into the fandom. And my first Pelonza started out as a wolf, but then I wanted to have it as a fox. So I know it's very tough. It's either a wolf or a fox, but I picked a fox because foxes are my favorite animals, and because this little fellow right here, he's from a Disney movie called Fox and the Hound, named Todd, and that's where I got like my huge inspiration from. Is from this fellow right here, and I've been the leader of the Minot First group for at least about almost 5 years now. So yeah. All right, who's next?
Hi, my name's Emmy. My persona's name is Whimsy. I joined the furry fandom about 4 years ago. It basically saved my life because I was in a very dark place at the time. This helps me with my social anxiety and stuff like that. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Zach. My persona's name is Missy. I'm a husky/Mano kid. I joined the furry fandom like about 6 years ago. When I saw people making suits like this, it just really inspired me to this creativity. I was like, whoa, okay, let's do that. So here I am today.
Yep, you're next.
Hi, my name is Snowy. I do TikTok and I do other content on YouTube and mostly TikTok though. And I'm learning to do gaming graphics for furry characters and avatars and other gaming systems. And my goal is just pretty much making people happy with this outfit and doing other stuff I can do. And helping kids to be happy with this type of fur stuff, which is my nephews are furs as well now. And they're doing arts, and I'm pretty proud for my nephews to do that. So that's mostly what my goal is.
So basically, fursuits are weird, but it's kind of like one of those things. I equate them to jet skis, motorcycles, and four-wheelers, because when your friend gets one, you're like, why the heck did you get that? But then you try one out and you're like, I'm gonna find whatever money I can to go get one tomorrow. It's the same thing. If you got one friend that gets a four-wheeler, all of a sudden all 5 of your friends gotta buy four-wheelers. So you put on a fursuit and you're not you anymore. Basically, your inhibitions are gone. You can do whatever, you feel like you can do whatever you want and get away with it, because there's just, nobody's gonna look at you as a regular human being. Like, you can get away with more stuff. So you put it on, it's a crud ton of fun, you know, and then you all of a sudden start looking around to see, where can I get one of these things? And there's many different ways to go about it. If you know how to sew, you can probably figure out how to make one. If you don't know how to sew, you can break some sewing machines and learn how to make one. Or if you got a bunch of money in your pocket, there's hundreds of people online that you can give your money to in order to get one. So where do you really start? Once again, the only reason you're going to want to get one is because your buddy either lets you try on theirs, or your buddy hung out with you and you were around them in their costumes. So you're going to talk to your buddy, be like, all right, where did you get yours? You know, how much did yours cost? So with you folks down there, starting with Snowy, where did you find your fursuit, or how did you decide to get one?
Pretty much like, I got this from pretty much eBay a long time ago. It was like 6 years ago, maybe 7. That's how old this thing is. And I created the eyes. Usually they were green, but I took them out and just made a new ones where they can like reflect the light. And it's pretty crazy actually, because I became a furry since I was like 6 years old, and my mom always buying me like a wolf tail and all the other wolf stuff. I'm a wolf addiction, so I got like a lot of wolf stuff. But mostly I got this whole outfit from this sweater and pants came from Walmart actually, and these paws and the feet paws from my Apticon, like at least 2 years ago, 3. That's how I complete this whole outfit. My last outfit, when I first started this Apticon since 2018, it was pretty awful. Me and my mom tried to do like paws for ourselves, but it was awful. We had to hot glue it and then glued it again, and it was just pretty fuzzy. I could feel like the glue inside my hands, and I had to leave it on. But now this is my new outfit, and I pretty much like it a lot. I wear it every single time when I'm doing TikTok streams and etc. So that's how I got this outfit.
Nice. Aaron?
I got my first suit from Eric Stevens right over there. He has a fursuit company called Sport Cats. I got my friend and her husband. They both got their fursuit commissioned by him, and I was very curious of getting a fursuit. So I went and talked to him one day through Messenger, and we just chatted, and I just told him that I'm looking to get a fursuit, and we got something worked out, and he made my full fox fursuit, and I really like it. I really like it a lot. I got it out. I had it out more at a lot of conventions, but not to a lot of like early conventions yet, because most of them are out of state, and it's kind of tough for me to get to those states. But ever since then, my families and friends have really been liking my fursuit, because it's just really it really makes them feel happy that I'm doing something that I love doing.
Before we go on, this is an interactive panel. Like, there's no specific time you can ask a question. If you want to ask a question after anybody's done talking,
Don't be afraid.
You're more than happy to do it. That'll keep things rolling. All right.
Who's next?
I got Lindsay from a maker named Omega basically, the reason why I got a fursuit is I came to the first ever MagicCon here in Minot, and I saw some fursuiters walking around, and I was like, I need that in my life. And I shamelessly have spent a lot of money. This is not the only suit that I own. I actually own 3 other suits. So yeah.
Let's see. Well, like I said, when I joined the fandom like 6 years ago, that's when I started making my own fursuits as well. I would say this is probably about the 3rd full suit I've made. I made the head, the paws, the tail. It's made by me. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I never said about me. 22 years ago, I was at a KOA campground, camping out with some buddies, drinking some beers, eating some food. And campsite over, this guy had a tiger costume just off the rack. It was from a company called Alinko. And they looked like they were having a crap ton of fun. So, you know, I'm like, hey, let me try that. So he let me try it at this campground. Everybody's standing around drinking beers, got the campfires going, I'm running around in a tiger costume. And it was the most fun I've had in a long time. So after that camp out, I went home. I found a place where I can order a costume from. It cost me $600. Got it, loved it, then decided I need to make my own. So I made my first costume in 2001. I've been making them ever since. And that's the thing, a lot of people, I don't know if people get it or don't get it or whatnot, but they're like, why do you wear those things? It's like, it's just fun. that's what it all really comes down to.
Yeah.
All right, so next topic. Where do you wear these costumes at? It's like, okay, your buddy's got costumes, you got costumes, you got 4-wheelers, you got to have somewhere to ride them. A lot of folks aren't as fortunate as me, being 6'7" and 280 pounds, where if I'm going to be running around outside in a tiger costume, really nobody's going to bother me. But, but you know, if you're running around by yourself in a wolf costume and you're maybe 5'6" or something, you know, people go to Disney World and they think they can pull the tails and kick costume characters in the butt and whatnot. So you kind of have to have somebody to look out for you. So kind of like what Aaron does here in Minot area. There's usually a leader of the group that gets folks together. They have gatherings, you know, grab some pizza, grab some chips, and then run around in fursuits. They might go get together at a mall with their position or permission or find a park. Then it goes all the way up to conventions like this, whereas the largest convention in the world just for furries is in Chicago. And I think there were just over 12,000 people there 2 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
14. And the thing is, not everybody that goes to these conventions has a fursuit. I would say now, the percentages have been going up and up and up over the years, but I would say now about 60% of all attendees have some sort of fursuit. Whether it's a full costume, a head, a tail, hands, you know, a tail and a hands counts. You know, like I would call your suit a furry suit. So, and most of the other convention attendees that attend, either they like to take photographs or they're writers, they're storytellers, they're artists, so not necessarily need to wear a fursuit, but it's one of the coolest places to wear one because you're surrounded by over 2,000 other people that have them. It's pretty cool. I mean, the elevators get a little musty.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty cool.
They're usually bright.
Yeah, the elevators usually break, then you have people tromping up and down the stairs in full costume.
That's mostly the thing, though. I didn't have no full costume. I felt like I was left out too, but Aaron was the first one who told me I don't need a full suit and all that. And I met a lot of cool friends in the MagicCon in 2018. Like I met her, Emmy, and then other people that I met. Everybody was pretty chill to me, and that's the only thing I had was this head and the paws and just my sweater. I had no special feet like this, so my tail. And
You see your feet.
Yeah, they didn't. There's a thing in the front. There they are.
there's just different type of feet. There's like an indoor feet and an outside feet. This is outdoors, most likely.
All right, so anybody else in the panel, where are your fursuits places where it was probably unique for you to wear them?
I wore mine at my job one time.
What happened with that?
We were doing a contest, photo contest. I used to work at a gas station, and so I asked my boss if we could do something unique and bring my fursuit in for a photo shoot, and we ended up winning. So that was fun.
I wore mine at my workplace too, but it was because I had to get some actual photos of my fursuit to get sent to Eric Stevens, because, you know, depending on if you're tall, small, wide, or thin, it may not fit the actual, like the person who makes the fursuit for you. So you have to get some photos from it. And I went to my workplace and I asked my boss, and she said, yeah, that's fine, you can wear it. And on that day was also one of my not my last day, but one of my employees' last day of working there. And it made her day. It made everyone's day at my workplace, because they really loved my fursuit. And I walked around my grocery store for a whole entire good hour. It was really fun. I had a blast, but I could seriously tell you I was very tired that day. I was very tired, to a point where as soon as I got back home, I passed out on my bed with this on, because I was so excited that I got it that day.
It mostly
Awesome.
Yeah.
It mostly depends what you wear. If you're wearing a fursuit like his, yeah, you get very much sweaty outside. Depends what the weather is. But that suit can probably feels good in the winter.
Oh yeah.
It does.
I actually wore this out with my friends when we were walking around Hiawatha here in Minot, and the wind was blowing, like I think 20, 30 miles per hour on Halloween night, and all of my friends, they're all cold and shivering, and here I am walking around in my full fursuit, all nice and warm. The only thing I did had a little concern is that the wind was trying to break in through my neck, but overall it was pretty good. I had a good time walking around the neighborhood. I even had a few people that liked my fursuit. There was even a few of them that invited me into their house at that time, and I was like, are you sure? And they're like, oh yeah, it's fine, come in. And they told their other family members. I even got a couple of photos from a couple of young kids that it really brightened their heart. It made their day. They really liked that a lot.
Yeah, if you're a younger guy, it's a great way to meet mature ladies of age. They love these things. Moms and grandmas.
We wear them also a lot at bowling alleys. Bowling alleys allow us to be full costume, so we get together for meets and go bowling a lot.
Yeah, those are pretty fun.
Fursuit bowling's really fun.
Yep, it is.
That's when you really don't care about your score.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, just have fun.
All you do is get oil on your paws and just throw it.
Well, yeah, not with your paws. Your paws are too big.
Make sure it's at the right lane too.
yeah. That's mostly it.
And I'm sure a lot of you know out there, I've been going to conventions now for 21 years, and like these two over here, Frostcat and Mr. Michael Guinness, or whatever, sorry.
Ranger.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, I remember your real name from Facebook. But it's like, I remember these guys, from conventions way back, and it's like, you see them, and you might see them in the hall for like a minute. And but it's like, I know you, how you doing, nice to see you, and it's like, zip, they're gone. You won't see them again for another year. I kind of equate the thing where locally, I own a Mini Cooper, and so I belong to a Mini Cooper group where we do drives and whatnot. So you get to see the same people like once every few weeks or whatnot. But when you see folks once a year, it's, and you remember them, you mostly remember them by their fursuit, most likely, unless you're able to actually hang out with those folks and swig a couple beers or whatnot. But it's the fun and camaraderie. It's what it all comes down to, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right, guys and gals.
It's all about fun.
Yep. Any questions at all? Want to hurl anything? Got any rotten tomato?
Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Did you sew before you made your first fursuit?
Not at all. You know, I'm the worst person in the world because I bought a sewing machine from Walmart and I broke it, and then I took it back saying it's not what I wanted. And I took another one home and I broke that. By the time I got the third one, I learned how to sew. And you know, I don't really consider myself to be like an artist, but a lot of trial and error over the years. So if something looks a little bit off, or I change it by a 1/4 inch or even 1/8 of an inch, and just make little tiny changes. And I don't think I was able to start selling my stuff until after I made about 20 fursuits, because I felt like I wouldn't be ripping somebody off if I tried to sell them like, you know, something that would fall apart or be a piece of crap. And things just kind of worked out where I could eventually do it as my full-time job. So during the summer, I get a little sun when I go golfing every once in a while. Otherwise, I'm hanging out in the basement the whole time. A bear.
Cost difference between making your own versus commission?
Little.
Okay, oh yeah, there's a little.
5%.
Somebody asked me downstairs what my cost to profit ratio is, and I told them I'm at a point where I can make about $20 an hour right now. So if I figure I charge at minimum $3,100 for a fursuit, I would say, without having to buy the sewing machine, all the tools, without having to buy all that stuff, just the materials is about $600 for a full suit. For any of you that did your own work, what would you say?
120 at least.
Yeah, for a partial.
How much time? So like how long does it take you to make yours?
Well,
Months.
yeah, like say like you have like another job. Usually this takes like say like a full suit. Usually it's like around like, if you want to take your time, like a month and a half. It's usually around that.
Usually depend how much you want your time,
Yeah.
if you have work or not.
I used to work 12-hour days, and so at that time I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I could probably do Aaron's suit in a week. That's 6 days, 12 hours a day. Now I take about 8 days on a suit that isn't very labor intensive.
And it only depends if you're really good at sewing and all that. And you know, it shouldn't take you that long to make your own suit.
What do you use as the base for heads?
Me, I use a martial arts foam headgear. Only because this was 2001, and right now you can go on YouTube, you can go anywhere on the internet, you can find tutorials for anything and everything. Back then, the only types of fursuits people were really making were you got a big old block of foam and you carved it out, and then you carved a hole for your head. And then there was another method where you take plastic mesh, make a bucket out of it, stick another bucket on for the muzzle on the front, and there you go. Like, people weren't using balaclavas back then, they weren't casting their own skulls and all that stuff. So I use a martial arts headgear. I use 2 pieces of aluminum stripping that go around the front. I wrapped that in mesh, and then that's when I started attaching all my foam. And I actually have, I don't know if you got a closer look at it, but downstairs I've got a foamed up head, and you're more than welcome to take a look at it at the booth. Back in the back first.
What glue do you use for your foam?
Oh, the best smelling kinds. No, for the foam, it's either just hot glue or Super 77, the spray can.
Oh, okay.
That stuff smells good.
In case I want to make one from.
Okay. Yeah.
So are fursuits, like, are they usually like washing machine safe, or do you have to hand wash them for washing them?
It kind of matters how you feel. Like, if
Or depend which company you bought from,
Yeah.
and they would like give you instructions which I have to do. So
I mean, with my suits, I turn them inside out. Well, just the body, like the head, I don't throw in a washer, but I just turn it inside out, throw it in a washer. On cold, I use my regular detergent. Some people swear on using stuff like Woolite. Some people swear on hand washing in a tub, but it's really, if your suit's made well, the seams are nice. You can just toss it in a washer and you're good to go.
I think my best investment was buying the Bissell Little Green. Please my fursuit. Very little time. Takes me maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Where if I hand wash it, it would take literally probably 6+ hours to fully dry. With the Little Green, it's done within like an hour. So definitely recommend that. Very good tool.
Mind if I throw a story in?
No.
Washing and everything?
No.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay, so, I was gonna add, never ever dry it.
Oh yeah, never try that. Nope.
I had my old full suit, and I had it in the wash, and it was the laundromat was like right across the street. So I was going to go back, double check to make sure everything's okay at the house, and then by the time I got back, some generous person managed to throw it in the dryer because I left it in there for way too long. I found it in the dryer and was like, who in the heck did this? It was matted everywhere. So, yeah.
Boy.
Don't ever
no.
put it in the dryer. Just
Yeah, it turns into a potato chip.
yeah, right?
Sure was, I love some tea.
101, so, yeah.
Yeah, in the back.
What material do you use for the eyes?
Oh boy. Okay, you put in your new eyes, right?
Yeah.
What did you use for that?
Kind of a funny story. I went to Target and there was like, these are like one of those things you put on the fridge, and it was like a diamond kind of thing. But how I did with this, I just like kind of put nail polish on it to make it permanent. I put it in the microwave for at least 20 seconds to heat it up, and it just got stuck on there. Put it on here and just hot glue it, and that's how I made my eyes. So mostly you could just be creative what you find and do whatever, either paint it or nail polish it, whatever you want to make to permanently make the pimples to stay on your eyes. That's all I did with mine, at least.
A lot of makers will tell you the material for like puny eyes like this is called buckram. You can find it at a craft store or you can order it on Amazon. And then you just use, I believe is, what kind of paint do you use for your eyes?
I don't use paint.
No?
Nope.
No?
Oh,
I think you use paint.
how I make my eyes. Okay,
I think you
so
use paint.
I do have my eyes downstairs. Y'all come down, booth, check them out.
Yeah.
I do what's called, either they're called follow me eyes or following eyes, 3D eyes, whatever you want to call them. And then I've kind of kept it a proprietary secret for like 10 years, but I'm going to say what it is today. I take a funnel, a white funnel, and I cut part of it off with a vertical bandsaw. Then I use a Dremel tool with a zip bit on it to cut it down so it has a certain angle to it. So that's the plastic white part of the eye. Then for the iris, I actually print that out on glossy cardstock, which is sealed on the back with felt so it doesn't get wet. The only way it gets wet is if somebody looks straight up in a rainstorm. For the pupil, I use speaker grill mesh, which is black, and you can see through it with no problem. In the back.
Where's your furry outfit?
Okay, funny story. No, it's not a funny story. It's a sad story. In 2017, what I consider to be my personal character, it's a big black lion with silver stripes and a gigantic silver mane with a blue mohawk. I gave it to a friend of mine when I was in Melbourne, Australia in 2017 with intentions to remake it because I had all the material for it ready to go, and I just never got around to it. So right now I have a fursuit that's made by a friend of mine. At least he made the head. He goes by Firestorm 6 out of Canada up there. And then I made the body and the hands and the feet for it, but it's not really my character. So I'm not in tune with it. But one of these years, I'm gonna get around to remaking my own fursuit.
So next year we'll see it.
Hopefully. I mean, the problem is if I take a week or so off to make something for me, that means that I don't eat that week. Or when I'm done working during the week on other people's stuff, I don't really want to keep working, so it's just kind of Nah. And especially now with everything that's been going on with, the thing, there's been zero motivation to get working on it.
I wear this everywhere, to be honest. Mostly wear it at the stores or at the park to have some fun time with this outfit on.
You chase after squirrels in the park?
That I do on Halloween, actually.
God, okay, we can't be running out of topics. Come on, it's only 2:30. Oh, go ahead.
What's your favorite memory of being a furry? Your favorite instance?
A lot of my favorite instances are kind of sad too. I mean, it's the things that really stick to you that without that furry fandom, you would have never had that experience. But I'd say, why don't you guys go first? I'll come up with one of my favorites. There's a lot of.
Wait, what was the question?
Like, what's the favorite? Like, what's
your favorite memory of the furry fandom? Just anything. Just what makes you so happy to be a furry?
There you go.
Well, actually, when I was 6 years old, what got me inspired to do something like this is because I saw furry YouTubers, they're all having fun and all that, and I just kind of, my mom and dad over there, they were actually looking for a wolf head like this, and that's what we found on eBay. And oh my gosh, that's probably one of my favorite talks there, actually, because there's other people that likes wolves too, and I just want to join the fandom because since everybody I seen that likes wolves outfits, I just wanted to join it. That's why I joined the fandom most likely. It's because I would have thought I would find some new friends that wears wolf outfits like I do, but I only found less. So I only found with a fox that betrayed me.
Yeah.
Changeable.
Mine was when before I took over the Minor First group, I had another friend who was the original member of the Minor First group years ago, back in 2012. I invited some of them to my 20th birthday party, and my whole family was at Planet Pizza, and I was just having a rough week. And during that time, I was in college, and it was just bad. It was just very bad, and I just told some of them that if you guys are welcome to come over, feel free to come over and chat, and they did, and they came out and chat with me, and they asked if it would be alright if they get in fursuit, and I told them, yeah, go ahead, yeah, and as soon as they got in fursuit, me and my friend we were playing, I still remember the arcade, we were playing the Terminator South Basin arcade game, I don't remember which one it was, but we were playing it, and I heard a woman scream very loud, oh look, there's a furry over there, and I turned around, and I was just beaming. I was just so happy. That whole entire night, they made my day, and I thanked them a lot because I never did told a lot of my family members that I was a furry back then. Only my mom, my brother, and a few of my friends knew. But I thought to myself, well, if I want my whole family to know, I wanted to do it in a public place it's not a right idea to do, but I just did it because I wanted to see what they thought and what their reaction was. And most of them, they loved being a furry. They loved the fursuits. They loved seeing these people dressed up in these full costumes, and they couldn't believe it, and they liked it. And I told everyone later on that night that I was a furry, and everyone liked it. They accepted me, and that really made my night. Everyone liked it except for my uncle at first, because he was a bit confused. He had no idea what was going on and what was happening. So it took at least a good year and a half for him to figure it out, and then he realized that these are not bad people. They're very nice people, and he said that he would really want to meet them one day and actually check them out and see what they do and whatnot. And I never got the chance to yet because I'm hoping one of these days that he'll get to see my friends in their fursuits and he can talk to them, but he never got the chance. But that day, it made me very happy. It was like one of the best days that I will ever remember.
That was pretty much the thing too. Like way back then, I was afraid to tell my family about this furry stuff, but they figured it out when they already know how much wolf stuff I get, the wolf books and all that. But they already figured it out, and they've been supporting me when I started TikTok and everything. So glad I make my mom happy with his mouth moving and make her laugh every now and then.
So your mama.
Yeah.
So I think my favorite story happened here at MagicCon. My mom had brought my two little step bros who had never seen a fursuit before. They were 7 and 4 at the time, and when I came out, because my mom had been begging me, like, where are you? Come find me. And finally I came out to see them, and they were so scared of me. Like, they were literally almost in tears. So in the middle of the con floor, I had to take my head off, and then they were just fascinated with it. And so we went outside, and I let them try the head on, and it was pretty hysterical because, I mean, a 7 and 4-year-old little body, giant head, pretty funny. And then when the con was over, they were asking to actually be a furry next year at the con, which my stepdad was just dying of laughter because their mom was not supportive, unfortunately. So he was like, where can I get a costume for these kids? I want them to be furries to make their mom mad. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Awesome.
I would say like my favorite memory was I remember going out and fursuiting at the park one day. Just like in a car show with my friend, and we're just kind of roaming around. A bunch of kids were like coming up to us, their parents taking pictures of us, and it was just really fun. And I happened to come to a group where I didn't really come up to them. Like this one person from the group came up to me and was just like, "Hey, do you want to be part of our group?" And it turns out they were like an anime group or something, like a bunch of cosplayers. So like it was really chill. They're all just like super nice. I never really met a furry before, so they're just like touching my ears, just like, wow, like did you do this? Like it was a pretty nice experience, you know, just like people who aren't scared of you, but they're just like, you know, just fascinated. You know, it's all just a really nice thing. Yeah.
Well, before I launch my sad one, I'll do the happy one first. Being invited to Melbourne, Australia to attend a furry convention as one of their guest of honors, that was really, really cool. We went about a week before the convention started, and went to the airport. I was renting out a car. They're like, oh, you can upgrade to a larger car for only $20 a day. I'm like, all right, not in American money, that's only $2. So that sounds great, bring it on. I got this Commodore. It was a Holden Commodore, which is pretty much the same as a Caprice here in the States. Big old 4-door car. Well, first I had to learn how to drive on the left-hand side of the road. And then I had to learn how to park a big boat that was probably 4 foot longer than every other car in Australia. You look around, you're like, why don't people drive big cars here? It's because you got to park the dang things. Long story short, we went to the bottle shop, which is the liquor store, and I rear-ended a guy in the Holden Commodore. So that was fun. Neither one of us are drinking as far as I could tell. But back in the early 2000s, about 2001, I met a guy named Dennis Avner. He also goes by Stalking Cat. I don't know if you ever heard about this guy, but he used to be all over TV because he's a guy that did body modifications like surgery to look like a tiger, where he had tattoos and injections and whiskers and all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yep. In the early 2000s, we were friends. We talked on the phone quite often. I often called him Grandma because he would not get off the phone. You tell him goodbye, and a half hour later, it's like, get off the phone. But then in 2002, we actually had a chance to meet each other because there was this filming company that was going to do a documentary on people that transform their body to look like animals. And so we actually met at an airport in Chicago when I was picking them up for the convention there. First time we ever met, been talking on the phone forever, and it was just awesome. Great to meet the guy, biggest heart in the world, because, you know, back then he was like the huge celebrity. You know, he's on TV, well, that guy's cool. But, you know, it's one of those things where they keep telling you never meet your heroes. But I'm really glad I did. You know, unfortunately, he passed away in 2012. But I'd say that's one of my happiest memories. And, well, also my saddest, but it was really cool to meet that guy.
Yeah. I think a lot of us can agree that some of the happiest memories we have is going to conventions and meeting all kinds of different people from all over the world.
Yeah.
I have friends from Germany, I have friends from Korea, Mexico, Canada, you name it. And I think the best part is a lot of my friends, I don't know their full real names, I just know their sonas names. So that's pretty fun too.
Oh yeah, it's really confusing on Facebook. It's like when you know everybody's handle, or online handle, and then you see the real name, it's like, I don't know who that is, delete.
Yeah.
Like, why did you delete me? You've known me for 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh man, talk about heroes. Blaze over there is actually one of my heroes on TikTok. I watch him on. I keep being inspired by him over there. And
oh, it's a cat.
Yeah. Pretty much also one of my heroes. I'm kind of glad we kind of talk. I was nervous to talk with him on Discord and everything. Oh my god. I was a big family girl. Oh my god.
I was wondering why I was staring at you the whole time.
Just kidding. Yeah.
It's the way the head was made.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool head.
You're creeping me out over there.
You should just take it. Just take it and keep it. Anybody else before we get wrapped up? Oh, go ahead.
So, like with your fursuits that you make, how far out are you as far as orders?
Oh, I got a morbid joke for that. Every quarter, so every 3 months, I open up for new business. And so I go no further than 6 months in advance. So I'll fill up 3 months worth of work every single time I open. So then I'm up to 6 months. And what I tell my customers, and this is how they get to know me, is that I only do 6 months in case I have a stroke or a heart attack. You can file a chargeback and get your money back. So, yeah, I don't go any farther than that. I could fill up 2 years worth, but there's stories in the fandom where there's some people that even wait up to 5 to 6 years for a fursuit because people just it's easy to take money, but it's not easy to do the work. But then it's so funny because after waiting 5 or 6 years, these folks, they get their fursuits and then all is forgotten. They got it, it's done. You know, I just try to have a good reputation, better than most, we'll say.
So when you take an order, it's like a 3 months turnaround or 6 months turnaround?
It could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So if I open up on June 26th, so June, July, August, September, I take orders for October, and I set a due date for the end of the month. So it could be done in the first week of October or the last week of October, but their suit will be done within that month. So they know when it's going to be done. So there are hard due dates, but I just make them for the end of the month. Sometimes I get a little late, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 days late, but that's about it.
Not like 4 or 5 years.
No. No.
Could I say something?
Yeah.
The thing I love about this outfit too, though, or about this whole fandom, every time I go to the cons, and actually this one time last year, I was down there in the vendor. This news lady wanted to interview me, and she didn't see me talk at first, but when she turned around to ask me kind of questions, her reaction was kind of funny when she saw my mouth. I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready," and then she's like, she tried to look underneath my mouth. I was like, "Lady, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was speechless because your mouth moves." I was like, I get that a lot, to be honest. I love those kind of reactions from people when they get like speechless or they just get so surprised with my mouth moving and they can't see my mouth underneath it. So.
Yeah, but how will they perform CPR?
No, no, we're not doing I don't do CPR. I don't know how to do it. I don't think they want to. I don't know if they want the wolf mouth in their mouth.
Maybe not.
That's also
Unless they're into that, then that'd be weird.
Yeah. That's also one of the things too, like if you do pass out in your fursuit or you have some health problems, one of the biggest priorities you do need to tell the paramedics when they come is do not let them fully whip your fursuit because most of them don't understand that it takes like hundreds or thousands of dollars to get these full fursuit made. And you have to like directly tell them like to unsip it before you do they have to do like CPR or anything like that, because in case if you come back alive, you want to make sure that your fursuit comes out okay, because some people have said that it can really, like, they're back alive, but the whole fursuit is kind of like ruined because they tore it out just to get to your body.
I think that's another thing that's pretty important. So a lot of people see us as big fluffy animals, but underneath we are extremely sweaty and gross because these things get upwards of 100 degrees plus. We have a saying in the fandom, which is hydrate or dihydrate. We drink probably about a pack of water bottles, 24 waters, in maybe one fursuit sitting. I mean, I know friends who could suit upwards of 12 plus hours, and then some other people need like 20 minutes and they're already dying. So take breaks. If you do get a suit, train yourself for it. Small increments at first. Don't be like, oh my god, my fursuit's here, I'm gonna wear it for like 5 hours and then you're gonna pass out because you can't take the heat. So it takes a lot of training, and fursuiting is definitely exercise. You sweat a lot of water way down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 46 now and I'm out of shape. After half an hour, I'm like, get this stupid thing off and down. All right, anybody else before we wrap up? Go ahead.
Traveling with fursuits, like if you're to fly to a convention, how do you pack it?
I just throw mine in a big duffel bag, like a hockey bag. Only because I know over the years that my suits can handle. I've flown internationally, just throw it in a duffel bag. Other folks will use like a hard plastic tote. If they want to spend a lot of money, they can use a Pelican case, which are like $250 to $300. They're meant to carry like camera equipment, or they have foam in them and stuff. But these things are rugged, they're tough, and the TSA they're okay with them. So the thing you got to worry about though is like oversized limits with airports or air services. They might charge an extra $100 if it's over their size limits.
What I usually do is throw all the parts into a tote, and that gets put on like the undershipment or whatever it's called. And then I usually take my head as carry-on because the head has more chances of breaking, like the eyes or the ears, like breaking. I get great looks on the plane with my head. It's my favorite part. A lot of the air stewards ask me to put the head on and take photos every time I fly, which is really great, and it starts great conversation. So, yeah.
Cool.
Aaron, I guess what about your pursuit? How you put yours?
Okay, we'll do one more in the back and then we'll wrap it up.
Can furries dance?
If you're young and in shape.
I mean, depends what kind of fursuit. He can barely dance.
I could do a little demo dance.
Yeah, just a wiggle. I could do multiple.
I mean,
yeah, right.
Actually, wasn't there a part B to that? Demonstrate?
Oh God, no. Only if there's music, then yes, I would dance out of nowhere.
I'm sure if you go to the break now, you'll see a lot of us furries dancing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We like
Hey,
to
let's
think
see
we
your
can dance.
let's see your
but
best
we
dance.
Yeah, just like that. Hey.
Now that's a furry.
There you go.
That's a trooper right there.
All right, folks, thanks for coming by. I'm doing another panel later today at 5 o'clock about showing how I carve out different pieces of foam for the heads and feet that I make.
That'll be fun.
And then We're doing 2 more panels, one tomorrow and the next day, but I forgot what they are, so I'll look at it. Yeah.
Do you got it?
To me, it happened at the same convention Midwest did this, 18 and 19. 18, I got to meet Violent J from ICP.
Right.
And then 19, I got to see Odin, YouTuber.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it would happen.
That's cool.
I was like, holy crap.
Oh, that's the thing. As time goes on, more and more people crawl out of the woodworks that you never would expect would even show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Right, let's get out of here. You're welcome.
I'm still gonna be seeing broadcasting though.
The bears can dance.
Bears definitely can dance. Where's my bone? Here.
What's that? All right.
Done. So what do we do now?
All right, you're fired. You're fired. That was cool.
At the moment. Yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Eddie, keep your head up. Get a
I won't
picture.
even wear a mask.
Eddie,
What?
I want a picture with you and him.
Let's do a photo here. Should I crouch or stand up straight?
So you ain't gonna have
geez.
no suits on next year, huh?
Look at this guy.
No.
He's 6 foot.
Plus, I drive a Mini, so I couldn't fit my fursuit in it. There's no way.
Guys, look at this. He's 6 foot.
Thank
I'm
you.
small. God dang it.
Tiny and small.
Ah. I'm taking you guys with me.
Could you guys get a photo of me and Eric Stevens?
Rock and roll.
Been where we wanted that.
Look at his stuff.
Wait, guys. Wait. Hold on a goddamn second. Look who's here. It's Blaze and Frost.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
They all said hi.
So what is that?
Huh?
This is the time sweeper. So, based off from this skirt, Blink the time sweeper. So yeah,
So we got a lot of haters.
on the 360, you can actually
We got a lot of haters again.
So
What else is new?
Where are they at?
What's
What's up?
I don't know.
No, let me see your hand.
Vice is here too.
Hi. Where are the haters?
We're about to go get our suits.
Huh?
We're about to go get ours.
Okay. I'll go be
I love
same
your
broadcasting.
hands.
yeah.
Because I want to make him some.
Oh, cool.
See, yours are better than it. Let me see your
What
hand.
the?
See? You got 4.
I just
See,
smack
look
you
at-
with it.
Look at, see, he's got 5. You can make 5 with yours, Eddie.
I'll just smack you with it.
Well, yeah. Well,
Then see,
it depends.
see yourself.
It depends on preference.
Fingers?
Smack you with mine. Because
Oh.
other people, other fellow furs might have one 4 paws, and me I just go with 5 for like better grip.
Yeah.
Like I like to have individual ones.
Where?
Yeah, see, it seems like you
Oh,
would
this
have
is-
better grip with these, right?
Well,
Oh.
somewhat because
Oh.
Done.
okay.
Well,
This is Blaze. I've been friends with him for a long time. Blaze, this is my dad.
Pleasure to meet you.
Did you? Yeah. Did you pull this glove?
Please.
Or was that his?
No, that's him.
Okay, I was about to say.
I left mine back in the room.
I like.
so.
I love your shoes. Those are my colors. Eh?
Nice.
I like
Well,
it.
got good choice.
Fancy tiger. Fancy.
That's how I am.
I should get you dirty.
Oh, did you get your phone? Did you get your
Can I take a picture?
Oh yeah, totally.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, when he's done.
Oh, I mean, if you talk about something else, that's your fault.
Bat.
Gonna
Ah.
smack
That's
you.
me.
What?
That's me. That's me. Pat your head.
On your phone, right?
Pet.
Oh, yeah. You hit my head.
Sorry, I didn't know I had huge ears. I'm sorry. I got bunny ears.
Can you see out of that actually?
Out of what? Me?
Your eyes, yes.
Yeah, I can see.
He sees right out the center.
Is it in the middle or is it full of it?
It's right in the middle. I can actually see straight in the middle. But
Oh.
yeah, I had to actually wear my old glasses because my new ones that I
Mama.
have are too big for frame.
Oh, look at it. Someone called you classy. Where is he?
And Skippy.
Hey, there's Skippy.
I'm a classic tiger, and I like being who I am.
Why is this on my For You page? Because we're handsome, that's why.
Can I get a photo with you guys?
Oh, sure, definitely.
Where's Mama? Mama, come here. After she's done. After she's done.
Okay, baby.
Everyone. Against the wall.
Take a picture with your phone?
Huh?
Or hold that with you?
No. I just need to meet with these guys. I need you to meet with these guys.
My favorite guitar trick is.
Who's that, baby?
Huh?
Who?
Huh?
Who's that guy in the suit?
Oh, well, that's what I'm about to introduce you to. So shut up.
Goober. He's still in the drive.
Are you talking to Snowy?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
they want you.
Why you want me? Okay.
That's my only guitar joke I know.
Hold on. My phone's trying to act up.
Got it. Now connected to Wi-Fi. Wait a minute.
Right?
Wait, there's Wi-Fi here?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, here, let me get in the middle.
Yeah.
My phone couldn't connect to shit on the way here.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
I got to do 2 rounds for
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There we go.
And then now Emmy's phone.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
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 It's a common thing.
You get some too.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Nice.
All good.
Everybody got pictures?
I hope so. You.
Photo opportunity.
50-50 chance I might just like this tomorrow.
Mama.
Switched over.
This is Blaze. Blaze, this is my mother.
Hey, Sheila.
Bros, this is my mama.
Sheila.
So cool, Wolf Mama.
Can I get one of you guys? Pieces together.
Oh yeah.
I want to go with the bear.
What bear?
He likes the bear.
Oh!
Oh, all of us together.
Yeah.
Wait.
There we go.
There you go. That's work. You're welcome.
I want to meet you with bear. I think this bear.
Holy, you doing your own?
Holy, wait, hold on now. What? How many views is it?
Somebody misbehaving in the chat?
Oh, that's a lot of views. Holy crap. Hi, everybody.
Did you get rated or something?
Hi, Dr.
hope
Nick.
not.
Wait,
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Look at that. I'm saying broadcast now. I don't know long get off.
Everybody loves seeing TikTok first.
Yes. Smiles, hearts, hate comments, obviously. That's fine.
Oh, what else is new?
Yeah, what else is new?
Huge head.
What? Huh? What? Who called my name?
Small so you can stand right. No, you gotta look in this position.
I'm just gonna, there we go. And, hey guys, I'm Blaze now. What?
There we go.
Get in my
Damn
hat.
it, that's my hat.
Get in my hat. Get your own. You got a hoodie.
I swear to God, I will steal that hat from you.
You got a hoodie.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a very good hoodie. I got a cowboy
You
hat.
can get it up over your head. I can't even pull it up with my paw.
Dude, I've only been like slightly snappy now.
People who find this cute.
Right? I only had like
Oh my.
this biscuit thing from like this.
No, I'm just reading hate comments.
freaking box.
Oh, hate?
Yep.
Oh no, I need like actual food.
Oh, hey, Eddie, is this your cable setup?
It's not dead. Is it a plug-in?
You want me to hold it?
So a cable and then.
Yeah, this one.
Here,
Let me see.
your friends.
Huh?
Your mask.
Oh,
Your snow
yeah.
mask. Give them to your friends.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey.
ma'am.
They're his merchandise.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
for you and.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Oh yeah, I gotta give you my business card. I gotta show you.
He's got cards too.
Yeah.
Ah.
You want to put this in your pocket?
What? Sure. Gotta actually aim this inside. What's up?
So what are you gonna do?
You dropped one.
Oh, this, okay. This
I gotta
is
go check into
What are you
my
gonna do?
hotel.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the vendors. So you should get something to eat.
Yeah.
We might go to Pizza Planet or go somewhere to eat. So.
Okay. I love you.
Love you, Mama. Thank you for coming. Mama, look at this. Look how many views is that is. That's
got a
over
ton.
200.
got
That's
a
my wolf,
ton.
Mama. Ah. Obviously, there's hate comments, but it's fine.
As always.
Don't mind.
As always, yeah.
As always.
It's the same as YouTube.
Yeah, but the rule of YouTube is don't read the comments.
Exactly.
Yeah, most likely.
Baby, all I
This is
want for
brother.
Christmas is a
This is
parachute.
your brother.
Huh?
Hey, Vincent's right here. These are his friends.
Oh, you guys want to take a picture with his relatives?
Huh?
They want to take pictures with your
This is
relatives.
brother Vincent and his wife Heather and Zine.
Okay,
Get over there, Eddie.
Okay, hang on.
Want me to hold that?
You guys can take a screenshot of this. Hold on.
I'm gonna take a screenshot. Hold it like that to them.
Yeah.
Got it?
How does he screenshot it?
Eddie, how do you screenshot it?
Huh?
Never mind.
They are.
Okay.
Huh?
He did already.
Oh,
Oh, did you get it?
He's fancy. I got it.
holy fancy.
We're usually used to like.
Ashley, turn it this way. I only see
Okay,
Vincent.
one more.
Yeah, one more.
One more.
One more.
There we go.
His dad locked some of you out.
Why can't you be in the middle?
There you
I
go.
think I should be in the middle.
Do I need to move back or what?
They're good.
Now you can see it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Say cheese.
There you go.
Good job.
I want some shoes like that, hey.
Oh yeah, sure.
They were hard to find.
Fancy.
I was lucky to find them.
Those are awesome. I'd love to have a pair like that.
Yeah.
My wife wants to
If I got shoes like that, I could
You
get
see?
tap dance. to.
Okay. Boss, come here.
Pretty much, I think you can find these like at
Come on. Come
maybe
here.
shoe
Come here.
What?
Come on.
I ain't never seen that like that. That's awesome.
Is it
Though.
right
We're
here?
having a conversation with the dad.
How about you just come right here?
Oh, nobody wants. There's a picture.
No, nobody wants for us. Okay, that's.
Nobody wants to be in
I
it.
got it. Wait. Here? There we go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Oh, did you open that?
So which mod's doing all of that?
See ya.
We're going to go look at the vendors.
Okay.
Which mod is dealing with them all?
I think it's one of my buddies. I thought you were the moderator. I thought you were going to be watching.
I can't use my phone when I got my hands on.
Oh well, boo.
Oh shush!
Ow!
Won't give you your Doritos.
If we have an E-band hammer, we actually would do that.
I don't have the squeaky hammer. I have my freaking foam
I'm gonna
bat.
have my squeaky toy right here.
I have a foam bat in the car. I just didn't want to bring it in.
Do you want to see the furry locker room?
Yeah, where the hell is that? We've been looking.
Oh, well, follow me.
We were
Follow
looking
me.
everywhere.
Follow me, you shall be free. Don't worry, I won't kill him.
Downstairs, we're moving around, but
They don't know if I might kill
We'll
him.
learn where it is first.
They don't know if I'm gonna kill him. What? Okay, let's
I
go.
didn't hear that. What?
What? What you talking about?
Hey, what now?
Hmm?
Exactly.
What you talking about? I think it's down here. What you mean? Lots of views, lots of comments. I love it. You guys give me attention.
Of course we give you attention.
I know you two do, but these viewers do too.
So she was planning, she's seen that and then she.
Oh, it's a baby. That's a cute baby.
Don't eat the baby.
He's supposed to be.
I won't eat the baby, don't worry. It looks tasty though.
Baby helper.
What? What are you talking about?
It's an old joke too, Griffin once said.
I think the door is open, maybe not. I hope. If not, I'll go talk to Erwan. Poof baby. Oh, there's over like 400 views.
What kind
Oh my god, he's scared his little shit on me. Oh my god. Huh? You guys get to see my face reveal.
Seriously, the freaking shower head in our stupid room over at the Hampton is so messed up and like corroded and everything. The water goes straight to the center like a jet, even when it's on spray.
yeah.
We tried changing the setting and everything. The only one that works is jet.
Be careful with the floor.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
Oh, geez. Hope you're all right.
I've had worse.
Good, but what's freaking bad drawn backwards?
The only thing I'm happy about is that the Hampton goes ahead and actually takes care of everybody.
Fuzzy.
Has fuzzy paws.
Ah. Stop it!
No.
See my new hair? I shaved my size.
It looks good.
Huh?
It looks good.
Is this hard?
Yeah.
Kind of figure.
It has a hard nose.
Never get to see you in person. Replace.
I actually, that's why I'm in here.
No.
There's
Wait.
80